Okay, so we will resume no on our unit 3 no or chapter 3 ng statistics. Okay, so this time no we have finished yung frequency distribution table no, and the next part is to interpret no or to present no yung data na inayos mo or yung distribution table no. Okay, so we will discuss yung graphical representations no ng frequency distribution tables. Okay, so the objectives no is of course number one is to know how to construct a pie chart. Okay, histogram no for nominal, ordinal, and interval. Frequency polygon no for any data, and cumulative frequency polygon. Okay, so let's start no sa pie chart no. From the word pie no, so it's a circle no. So it's a pie no where you have to divide no uh, each slices no into different sets or categories. Okay, so a pie chart no or circle graph no can provide no fast and easy presentation of what data no, so it's nominal data. Okay, so you use pie chart for nominal data. Okay, so each one rotation no means 360 degrees no, depending on the percentage no, you have to uh, divide no the 360 degrees into percentages no, into how many degrees. Okay, so let's have an example no for here table 3.2. We have a number of graduates no in a certain company no. We have here your area no, or your courses no, accounting, marketing, finance, general management, and others no. Okay, so remember this is for nominal yung pie chart. Okay, so we have different number of graduates for each categories. Okay, and the total is 250 no. So remember the pie no or the circle no, ang total niya ay 250 graduates. Okay, so how do we construct this no? Construct it using a pie no, and we divide it per slices no. Okay, so for accounting, so it amounts to 75 over 250 students, or 30% no of the pie no. So what's 30% ng pie no? That's the accounting, so that's the biggest one no. And the next is marketing no, 62 over 250, so that should be 24.8% ng pie chart. Okay, and so on, the finance, general management, and the last is the other no, which is composed of 10%. Okay, so that's how you create no a pie chart. Okay, another example no, we have table 3.1 no. This time it's occupation no, father's occupation, and how many uh, fathers no have occupation of professional, craftsman, manager, and others. Okay, so the same is true no, same pie chart no, we divide it no, yung professional 35%, craftsman 31.7%. Okay, so how do we get the percentages no? We just divide no the frequency 21 all over the total 60. So 21 over 60, you get 35% no, or what's 35% ng 360 degrees no, so that should be 126 degrees no. So if you have a protractor no, you can measure yung degrees no exactly, you can cut the pie exactly no. That's 126 degrees no over 360 degrees, that's 35% no. And you should do the same steps no with other categories. Okay, so another example no, pie chart for number of graduates no in a certain company. We have here your agricultural, commercial, industrial, consumption no, etc no. So same is true no, you just have to total this frequency no, and the percentages will be computed no, 13.51 no, the frequency all over the total. Okay, so that would give you this one no, 50% see industrial no, so half of the pie should go to industrial. Okay, And note, no, we use different colors, no, on the pie chart, no, to indicate kung graphically, no, na magkakaiba yung slices nila. Okay? So we have an example here or activity, no, for you to do, no, in your free time. Okay? So what does a pie chart represent? You construct a pie chart, no, using this distribution table, frequency distribution table for a nominal data. Okay, so it's very easy, no. So you just have to create a circle, no, and divide the circle into parts, and that parts, no, or the slices will depend on the frequency, no, and each frequency, no, ng each category and over the total frequency. Okay. Next in line, no, yung histogram, no, or with what we call bar graph. Okay? So may iba't ibang bar graph, no, for nominal, ordinal, and interval data. A histogram, no, is a graph which the frequencies are represented by, no, by bars. Okay? So imbes na cake slices or pie slices, no, this time it's bar. Okay? So how do we prepare, no, or what are the steps, no, to follow? First, graphing is done using Cartesian coordinates. Okay, we have your x and y, okay, components, no. So y is the frequency and the x is the uh, categories. Okay, so number two, two lines intersect, no, at a common point or the origin, no. So we know that for Cartesian plane, no. And number three, distances measured, no, along the x-axis, no, to the right are positive, okay, and to the left of zero, no, measured are negative, okay. So we already know that, no, from our math subject, okay. So in constructing, no, bar graph, no, for a nominal data. So for example, the nominal data can previously, no, you have the father's occupation, no, okay, and each categories are the occupations of the father of the preschool age children, no. So if the data is nominal, no, and ordinal, no, so the pairs, no, are made far apart, no. So magkakahiwalay sila, no, rather than connected, no, since categories are not continuous. Okay, so remember, no, not continuous yung categories. What do we mean by not continuous, no? Ah, in, there are whole numbers, okay? So whole numbers yan. Yan, so whole numbers, okay? So there are discrete, no? Discrete sila. Okay? So this is the bar graph of the father's occupation, no? So remember, magkakahiwalay, no? So they are far apart. Okay? So we have the x and y uh, Cartesian plane, no? Zero yung origin, and the y should be the frequency, no? Frequency always, no? And the x should be the categories, no? Father's occupation, no? Professional, craftsman, manager, proprietor, and others. Okay, so that's how you create a bar graph, no, for nominal data. Okay, so another example. Okay, so this time social aspirations for ethnic group, no, we have very low, low, moderate, high, and very high. Again, no, this is a nominal or no, this is an ordinal, no, ordinal data. So for nominal and ordinal, no, magkakahiwalay yung bar graphs nila, no, kasi sila ay discrete, no. Remember, discrete 'yan. Okay? So this time, so the same frequency for the y and yung x ay yung categories mo, no. So very high, high, moderate, low, and very low. Okay? So this is how you create a bar graph, no, for an ordinal data. Okay? What about for interval data, no? For interval data, the bars, no, yung mga rectangular bars should be joined or connected, no, instead of being apart, no. So joined na sila, no. It is to emphasize yung degree of differences, okay? Okay? For example, no, for uh, data, no, of ordinal, no, we have the following steps first, okay? So for interval level of measurement, no, the data should be organized first into frequency distribution, no, before constructing the histogram. Okay? So, number one, no, draw a horizontal line, no, to represent the scores, no, and a vertical line to represent the frequencies. Okay? So, same, no? So, y and x. Okay? So, yung y, palaging frequencies, no? And then the x is yung categories mo. Okay? Number two is select appropriate scale, no? For the scores and frequencies, no? So, what do we mean by scales, no? So, yun yung, uh, this time, no? Yung scale, no? So, it depends on you kung 0, 2, no? Or 0, 1, 2, 3, no? So, it depends kung what ever you decide. Okay? And then the next is write midpoints, no, along the interval. Okay, number four, for each class interval, okay, so draw a horizontal line, no, full length. Okay, number five, to complete the graph, we may join the ends of the lines, no, to uh for the corresponding ends, no, on the horizontal axis. Okay, let's proceed sa example para mas clear. Okay, so this time we are to construct a histogram for this interval data, yung IQ scores, no? So we have this frequency distribution, no? We have discussed how will we create these intervals, no? And then how to construct these frequencies. Okay? So this is just a frequency, no? Dito yung cumulative frequency. Okay? So how do we create this uh, histogram for this IQ scores, no? How do you present, no? This one. Okay? So you can present it like this. Okay? So for the Y, frequency, no? So, draw a horizontal line, no? Frequency, and then vertical line for the categories. Now, you need to select appropriate scale, no? Meaning, what scale, no? What multiple, no? Is it 0, 1, 2, 3, or 0, 5, 10, 15, 20? It depends on you, no? For the Y, okay? But for the X, no? You need to, you need to put, no, yung scales nito, the scales for the Y is the class intervals. Okay, so 65 to 69, no, that should be the scales, no. 65 to 69, no. Sir, hindi siya 65 to 69, why is it 67? So remember the term class mark. Okay, so class mark, no, meaning it's the average of the upper limit and the lower limit. So what's the average of 65 and 69? So it's 67, no? So class mark dapat yung ilalagay dito. Okay? So remember, no, class mark dapat ang ilalagay dito sa X, no, yung scale ng X. Okay? So 65 to 69, 67 yung gitna. So how many are in the 67 range? So 1. So you need to indicate yung 1 dito sa scale mo. So that's 1. Okay? And remember, no, dapat yung mga bar graphs ay for the interval data ay magkakadikit, no? Unlike the ordinal and nominal. Okay? Okay? So that's how you create, no, yung ating bar graph for interval data. Okay? So we have an activity, no? Activity 7, no? It's very simple, no? You just need to describe, no, what is histogram, no? What are the differences in constructing histogram for each different sets of data, nominal, ordinal, and interval data, and what does the x-axis represent and the y-axis represent for uh, each, no, or the for the histogram, and of course you need to prepare a histogram for this set of data, table 4.1. Okay, so I leave you to do this, no. I'll just send you this uh, copy. Okay. Okay. So other examples, no. Oh no, other parts of number 4 activity, no. So this is for uh nominal, no. This is for nominal. This is for interval data. You need to create a histogram for interval data. Then of course your ordinal data. Okay, so you are tasked to create different sets of uh, histogram for different sets of data, no. So you have 5. Okay, so you have to create 5 histograms for each. Okay, this is the fifth data. Okay. And then third is the frequency polygon or what you call line graph. Okay, so it's much simple kung line graph sabihin natin. Okay, so what are the steps no in creating line graph? First, no, do the steps 1 to 3 no sa constructing histogram. What are the steps 1 to 3? It's it's the step no creating yung Cartesian plane. Okay, so you need to create the horizontal and vertical line. Then you need to select yung mga scales. Okay, then after that, instead of drawing horizontal line, okay, for the full length of interval, you need to create a dot no above the midpoint of each interval. Okay, so dot dapat siya no instead of horizontal line. Okay, so those dots no are the ones you connect no to create a line. Okay, so those are the connecting dots no to create a line. Okay, so instead of horizontal line to create a bar no you need to put dots no to create a line. Okay, let's have an example. No, we have a frequency distribution of IQ scores. No, the same is true with the histogram. So same interval data. So what is the graph no of this? Okay, so this time it's the same. Okay, remember the y-axis is the frequency no and the x-axis is the category no. Okay, this time yung category mo ay of course your class interval. Okay, remember no na dapat ang nakalagay dito ay instead of the upper limit and lower limit, it should be the class mark. Okay, so yung average. Okay, so instead of horizontal line, okay, instead of horizontal line no dito sa 67 no, you need to just that's a horizontal line no. So you need to just put a dot no, dot lang diyan, dot dito, okay? And so on no. And you need to draw. Then you need to connect those lines. Okay? Ayan. Ito yung mga dots, no? To be clear. Ayan. And then you need to connect all those dots, no? To create the line, no? And that would be your frequency polygon or what you call line graph, no? For an interval data. Okay? Okay? So another activity, no? You need to create several line graph for this uh, set of frequency distribution tables. No, number 1, number 2, okay, number 3, 4. No, so 4. You need to create 4 line graphs or frequency polygons. Okay, and lastly is cumulative frequency graph or what you call ogive. Okay, ogive or whatever yung pronunciation yan. Okay, so cumulative frequency distributions, no? Okay, or graphs, no? Basically, a line graph, okay? So, anong pinagkaiba niya sa line graph, no? So, sa line graph dito, sa frequency distribution natin, ang pinaplot natin na dots ay yung frequencies, okay? So, sa cumulative frequency, instead of the frequency yung ilalagay natin, no? Instead of this, no? Yung frequency, we need to create another column, no? For the cumulative frequency. Okay, this one. Okay, so I have taught you kanina how to create cumulative frequency, no? So you need to start at the lowest, no? So you need to count that, no, as 1, no? Then plus and then so on, no? Until 106 yung total. Okay? So 65, 69, no? That's 1, 'di ba? Plus 0, no? That's 1 also. Okay? Plus 5, no? Oh, that should be 6. Okay? So, mali yun, no? This should be 6. Okay? Okay? Plus 6, no? This should be 12. Okay? And that's correct na, no? And so on. Okay? So, that would be your cumulative frequency until the last is 106, no? The same is true with your n. Okay? And, okay? So, instead of the frequency, no? yung ilalagay nating dots, no, you use the cumulative frequency or CF, okay? So same steps with the line graph, no, instead of the frequency, no, we put the CF, okay? So this time CF na yon, no, yung nakalagay na dots, ayan. Then you connect all those dots, no, that will create a na line, okay? Okay, and then that would be your, okay, line graph, okay? Remember, same, no? So yung y ay cumulative frequency, no? Instead of the frequency, that would be cumulative frequency. For the x, that would be your categories or class interval, no? This time, class mark yung nakalagay dyan. Okay? Okay, and then this is the last activity, no? You need to prepare, no? You need to create a frequency, cumulative frequency polygon or graph, no? Okay, of this following data. Okay, so remember, this data is not this is a raw data, so you need to create first the frequency distribution table, and then next is cumulative frequency graph. Okay, so that would be the end, no, of our chapter 3, or your graphical uh, representation, no, of frequency distribution tables.